I often see people complaining online that Dead by Daylight is full of fun perks, but they can't use any of them because the game is just too fast without running 4 slowdown perks. Now, to some extent, they're right. Dead by Daylight is a game of time management, so perks that slow down your opposition will always be good. But other perks indirectly do the same thing, except instead of slowing survivors down, they speed you up. This effect is far less obvious or dramatic as a generator exploding or getting blocked, but it can be much more effective. Remember, there's 4 of them, but only 1 of you. Speeding up your plan can be as effective as slowing down all 4 of them. That's why you often see big streamers with 10k plus hours go on bizarre challenge win streaks, getting many wins in a row with seemingly terrible perks. They simply know how to use those perks to their full advantage. Our build today has no slowdown at all, and if you can take advantage of this build, you won't need slowdown either. Coup de Grace is one of the strongest chase perks, gaining tokens when an agenda is completed and expending those tokens to increase your lunge distance. This perk is so strong because the difference between downing a survivor and that survivor safely vaulting a window or a pallet is often less than a hair's length, and a survivor making it to a particularly safe spot can easily add 30 seconds or more to a chase. Save the best for last gains a stack when you hit a non-obsession with a basic attack, and lowers the duration of your wipe animation depending on how many stacks you have. At high stacks, you'll recover from your attack so fast that survivors will struggle to make it to safety. Rapid Brutality doubles down on that, giving you a speed burst after every basic attack that hits. Along with Save the Best for Last, your ability to punish body blocks or groups of survivors is insane. Barbecue and Chili is our final perk, showing off the auras of survivors more than 40 meters away after hooking a survivor. Knowing exactly where to pressure after hooks drastically reduces our downtime between chases, buying us even more time. And as the Dredge, we can use our teleports to capitalize on that information and keep the pressure on. For add-ons, we're keeping it simple. The Automarian Writing reduces our power's cooldown outside of Nightfall, and the caffeine tablets recolor locked lockers in yellow. The latter is always useful, as paying attention to where survivors are locking lockers will let us track the general movement of the survivor team while also stopping us from getting stuck in a locked locker mid-chase. It's a simple effect, but it really carries its weight. Stick around after the games, and I'll talk about some minor build variations that you can do. But for now, let's get to the gameplay. Alright, Dead Dog Saloon. Not a bad map. We are going no slowdown perks at all. We've got just a bunch of chase perks and some info perks. And let me just say for the record, I'm not saying you shouldn't use slowdown. I'm not saying slowdown is bad. I'm merely saying that being too dependent on slowdown is like... Hold on, hey buddy, you wanna jump down here? Yeah, you too, you wanna jump down? Nah, I was kinda hoping they'd see my teleport, or see me use my power and then like jump down into my arms, but maybe that was a little too clever. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't use slowdown perks or that slowdown perks are bad. I'm merely saying that you don't need to run 4 slowdown perks. Like, you can use chase perks, you can use info perks, and you are not going to like auto lose your games. And this goes for the so-called all MMR levels, because there are no MMR levels. I mean, basically once you hit the MMR cap, the soft cap, like, you're locked in there, but that's a whole discussion here. But anyway, not to get distracted here, but my point is, people need to use like more than just slowdown perks every game, and they will be perfectly fine. Let's see, we're gonna drop a remnant here. She's going to leave this loop, so we're gonna drop it. If you are still here, you aren't. I see a blood fall there. Did she just keep running? Oh, she did. She made good distance. Okay. Man, I'm doing too much yapping here and not enough focusing. Let's move over here. Someone's probably back here since there were 2 people plus the screaming Steve right there with his dramaturgy. Okay, he had a little med kit just appear there, so not exposed, unfortunately. For anyone who doesn't know, The reason he keeps screaming is because of a perk called Scene Partner. Every time he does that scream, because of the perk, you'll see my aura for a short duration. And people started doing it at first because it's kind of like a silly perk, but it's actually really strong. So we can kind of like guess his entire build here, since we saw Dramaturgy. So he's probably running like Vigil, and then maybe he's running, what's it called? Notice Opportunity. Basic stuff like that. We do see an aura right here. And this has a lot of progress here, and I just saw something there. So I'm going to drop my Remnant, and I'm going to return right to it, just like that. And a lot of people jump down immediately when they see you go up like that. But the Dredge can punish that pretty easily. That was a pretty good fake around there, but not good enough. She's got Sprint Burst. We're going to catch up, see if we can get one hit, and then we'll go back. We're not going to chase her too long into structure here. The Nia that we downed is our Obsession, so I'm happy to get a hook or two on her early. Unfortunately, hitting her, though, did take away our few stacks that we had built up. Get right on this hook. One gen is done, so Coup de Grace is back active. It's a little annoying tracking both Coup de Grace stacks and save the best for last, but it's alright. They did get the heal off in time, so Steve's full health, but it doesn't really matter for us. We got save the best for last, getting some stacks. We got Rapid Brutality, giving us some speed, so we'll catch up really, really quick here. We fake going one way to try to stop her. Drop our Remnant if she vaults the window. She doesn't. We're going to hold our Remnant and spin all the way around. Okay, she's going to leave the loop, so we're going to drop it. She messed up right here, but it was inevitable. Okay, they just got the unhook over here. We're going to push this way. We've got to save the best for last and Rapid Brutality. Nancy, you can't save your Sprint Burst quite like that. You have to run a little bit earlier. Okay, we'll take her right over to this hook here. That's everybody we've hooked once. Actually, if they're going to unhook right away, we will happily get another stack or two. I don't think the Sable knows that she's helping us out by body blocking like that. She does probably have DS, so we have to keep that in mind. She does drop Shack though. Let's leave her just in case. Nobody's up here, but we'll kick it. We don't have Pop Goes Louisa or anything, so our kicks are kind of mediocre. But if we can apply enough pressure, maybe they won't get back to that gen for a while. That is one thing that you will notice when you run a build like this. Since most of your slowdown is coming from direct pressure, if you're not actually directly pressuring a survivor or a gen, like, you have to assume that they're going to be working on progressing the game. Let's put her right up here. We are spreading our hooks out very nicely here. Another thing too, there's someone right above me here. Back on that gen, unfortunately. Would have been nice if I had my power back in time. Okay, wait a minute, there was the Dramaturgy. Okay, he got the scream, so he's not exposed. No luck for us so far. Sooner or later that Dramaturgy is going to expose him right in front of us, and then he's going to regret using it. But yeah, you see that even with this little sprint burst there, with so many stacks to save the best for last and Rapid Brutality, like, he can't make it anywhere. He just goes down so fast. Put him up. But yeah, one thing that you got to keep in mind when you're using a build like this is the psychological angle, right? Because a lot of people, they're going to think, okay, I'm not running any slowdown perks. The game's going to go so fast. Like, I'm so stressed out. Oh. Ooh, that was close. You cannot let yourself fall into that trap. Like, one thing I do, especially when I play Dredge, is I'll write down, like, how I did in each game, how each game went, how fast it went, if I made any big mistakes. And over time, you can kind of, like, track how you do. And you'll be able to see, like, is the game actually going as fast as it feels? And usually it's not. It's like just pure psychology. And I thought I saw someone right up here, but clearly I'm just crazy. Hit this here. We do have to be careful. Since we've got coup de grace, we want to save our stacks. So we can't lunge at any lockers when we want to break them. No lockers in that corner there. But there is somebody right here. Okay, at this loop here, it's a little annoying. But we can kind of force her to abandon it. Oh, no, we'll just take a hit. Thanks. Thanks, Nancy. What she really should have done is kind of like swing around the outside of that, but she makes it to this Helen. At this point, she's got to leave the structure. I could have teleported to that locker, but she could have just double vaulted back. Probably would have been a mistake. Oh, she messed up here. Going down to the coup de grace. Okay, she's our first kill. What is that, hook 8? Let's see, do we have any auras? No, we don't, but we do have 2 survivors right nearby us. Man, look how fast that recovery is. Like, we are right on top of her already. Nobody else nearby. We can tell, because there wasn't a second heartbeat. Is he on that gen? I think he is. We've been quite lucky this game that the Nia has been injured and... I really thought I was going to call it that. Injured and not harassing us. As our obsession, we really don't want to lose our save the best for last stacks if possible. We are just going to hold this remnant. Moves to this structure. He sees our aura for a minute there with dramaturgy. Oh, he had the stun perk. That's funny. It is actually kind of funny, like, I really thought I'd see like a ton of that stun perk everywhere, but it came out, like a week or two passed, and suddenly everybody stopped using it. Which is like, it's kind of like the curse of Dead by Daylight, I've noticed. It's like, all these really strong, nice stun. All these really strong perks come out, and people will use them for like a week for the novelty of it, and they'll stop using it. Like, these perks did not get any weaker in the meantime, right? Like Babysitter is still in the game, and it's still a crazy strong perk, but nobody ever runs it. Except for me when I play Survivor, apparently. We're going to put them on this far hook here, just so we get better information from our barbecue and chili. See if we can find the Nia wherever she's hiding. But yeah, like, same kind of thing like I'm doing here with the chase perks. Like, perks like save the best for last, like almost nobody uses them anymore. I mean, I get that it's been nerfed a little bit since its strongest period, but the perk is still super strong. And I think people are just too afraid to try stuff out for themselves. And I have no idea where this Nia is. She's actually been playing like really sneaky since that first hook we had on her. I'm just going to teleport around a little, see if I can hear the hatch. You never know. I might run into it, or maybe I'll run into her. Okay, we've already been in this area, so we know hatch isn't here, so we might be able to get the Mori. Yeah, a little coup de grace action there. Man, this cosmetic really is huge, isn't it? It's got to be terrible for mind games. I got to keep that in mind. Oh yeah, just the standard stuff here. Steve, as you can see... Oh, okay, so he did not have Vigil. Yeah, he had the Vault perk instead, but he did have Windows of Opportunity. But yeah, nice game overall. And really, I did not even feel like the lack of slowdown at all. Like, our game sense was good. We were pressuring the survivors, like, basically the entire game. Like... Chase perks carried us. So yeah. Dead by Daylight. Alright, so we got another game here. Last game I played, probably not going to make it into the video. I had a game where I only found the obsession and 2 other survivors the whole game. Like the last guy just spent the entire game hiding. And because I didn't want to lose my stacks, I kind of kind of tunneled out half the team, if that makes any sense. I mean, it doesn't really make any sense, but I mean, like, that can kind of happen with save the best for last, right? But I felt kind of bad, so I'm going to play it a little bit nicer this game. We'll do our best to not be a dirty tunneler, heaven forbid. But yeah, we're right on the Walking Dead survivor, who I can never remember how to pronounce her name. And only 1 stack to save the best for last so far, but we still catch up to her pretty quick. Here's somebody right behind me. No flashlight, okay. Oh, I thought I heard someone right behind me. Well, we see one aura right over here, but we also see a survivor here. This is our obsession. Just barely get that hit. So it's kind of a shame, but we only had 2 stacks, so we're not really losing much of anything. And as I said, I am going to be a nice little dredge and spread my hooks a little bit. But she goes down pretty quick. You really can't play a tile like that against the dredge. We're going to put her right on this hook, and we have another survivor right here. Better not get too close to that pallet, since I'm still getting stunned. A little bit easier than I'd like. Are you going to play this? You are. Oh, that stupid anti-camp. Man, I don't know why the dredge has anti-camp like this. I want to see the blight, like, get slowed when he tries to do a rush by a hook survivor. He's playing this new little corner tile. I actually don't know the best way to play this corner tile. I guess this works out just fine. You know what? I'm kind of coming around to how I feel about the corner tiles. Like, at first I thought, okay, these tiles are just, they're useless, right? Like, you shouldn't be, that was a good fake. What was that? What was that? Did you see that? How did I get auto-aimed into trying to grab a survivor who vaulted a window when he wasn't even on my screen? Like, it whipped, oh my god, I'm going, oh no, I can't, I just can't. Get up on the hook. I don't even remember what I was saying. Corner tiles. Right. Yeah, I'm kind of coming around to them, like, yeah, they're weird, and you really shouldn't be chasing, like, in the corners at all. Like, if you're a survivor, right? But I guess it's better than having, like, nothing there, right? Like, kind of like a last case scenario type deal. Man, that auto-aim was so weird. Unfortunately, we couldn't skip teleporting to a locker there. He's just going to sprint burst away anyway. So we'll get a little hit in. Make him think I'm chasing him. Man, caffeine tablets are so good. Okay, wait a minute. We've got one survivor here. Huh? Where did you go? Oh, maybe those just... She turned around and the scratch marks had a big gap there? That was so weird. Oh, she's going towards the center here. Whenever I see this map, I always think of the way it used to be here, where there was just this big, like, dead zone area in the middle here. Like, this weird tile here, it can definitely be, like, a pain to play on, like, certain killers, but it's kind of like a unique, fun tile. I think I get her right here. Yeah, no coup de grace, but we are able to get her just in time. Quick pick up here. Thankfully there's nobody with a flashlight. Okay, there's a couple coup de grace stacks, and I just saw a survivor carefully walk over here. Okay, for a second I was going to say, like, is this person hacking? Is this the same one from earlier who, like, disappeared? But no, they just have, just probably have that one perk that makes you walk a little bit faster. Oops. She's running back to the center. We still need to break that one tile. Oh, she just full sends it. Oh, okay. I thought for sure she was going to fake that. But we do get her with coup de grace. Love coup de grace. I'm going to talk more about this build after the video. Talk about like some variations, because I'm sure like even though this build is very good, you might want to run like a slowdown perk or two, right? And that's fine. But like coup de grace is like on its own. Did you just lock that locker there in the middle chase? That was wild. I don't know if that was hubris or what it was, but that was not the play. Yeah, but coup de grace itself is like such a crazy strong perk. Like that perk alone can carry like quite a few killers if the map is not terrible. And there's your sprint burst there again. She makes it to this pallet. We're going to drop our remnants. We're going to hold it as she circles all the way around. We're going to keep her in our sights. Oh, I thought she was a little bit closer there. So say keep her in our sights there so she doesn't double back around into us. Oh, she's good. I underestimated her a little because of the sprint burst, but she's doing really well. We do get a hit here though. And now we're up to 5 stacks to save the best for last. And you can already tell like that huge difference here. Like we're already on top of her. She makes it to this pallet, unfortunately. Oh, and I don't have coup de grace up. I'm trying to stop her from going straight to Shack over here. Good fake. There we go. Now I'm starting to figure out how you run loops. Where can I hook you? Right here is fine. One change that you definitely can do with the build, and I'm definitely going to put this... Ooh, there's a bunch of people right here. Definitely going to put this in the final thoughts section, is thrilling tremors instead of barbecue and chili. Because thrilling tremors, like... Honestly, I've been coming around to it a lot. Because it's really nice how, you're just going to leave, aren't you? You are just going to leave. It's really nice how it's not blocked by, like, distortion or reading perks or blocking perks. I gotta concentrate here for a second. Put Remnant here, gonna push around. Ooh, he is good. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, but it's really nice how you get, like, all the information on which gens are being worked on. And you don't have to worry about any survivor perks like interfering with that. Which you do sort of get like this kind of counterproductive like tug of war game between like a perk that doesn't affect, and then like behavior releases like a counter perk like distortion, and then there's like the counter perk, you know, something like thrilling tremors which isn't affected by distortion. And then are they going to come out with like a counter perk? I mean, maybe. But at least for the moment, it's still fine. And there is a girl here who really should be body blocking here. With 8 stacks and rapid, I mean, that body block wouldn't do much, but it would definitely have been a smart call there, especially with this Renato on Deathhook. There's a big gap here. Would be nice to be able to teleport right there. And we were at 4 gens, now we're suddenly at basically 1, because that gen is almost done. You know, she's got Sprint Burst. Fortunately, we couldn't quite make it there. We've got plenty of stacks of coup de grace, so I'm not afraid to waste it. She is also full health and not on Deathhook. And this gen's almost done, so I really can't afford to chase her. I'm going to click this real quick, see if I can catch back up. The other girl there was the Michaela, who is our obsession. Oh, there's no locker there, that's unfortunate. That was good. Yeah, this is the same girl who did a little sneakiness earlier, so she's really good at that. Loop around. Oh, she's just going to flat out leave the structure. Yeah, there's that gen. Oh, how was that not a hit? Oh, man. Oh, and then she's here for the body block. Good body block. Can't switch targets to her right now. Oh, I missed that. She's got this filler here. And we get her right here. Okay, we gotta do a quick hook here. See if we can interrupt that last gen. If they're both on the same gen, it probably has a lot of progress, so we have to be really fast. Okay, no auras. Ooh, the last gen does get done though. Okay, so there's a door here and a door over there. Let's wait for this annoying bubble to go away. Okay, here is our obsession. She goes straight for the window. And makes some good distance here. She doesn't take the pallet. Get a little hit him with coup de grace. If it was earlier in the game, I could have saved that stack pretty easily, but right now let's just focus on getting this down as fast as possible. Okay, she's got the door open there, so 4K isn't going to happen. Yeah, she accepts that. No way around it. If this Michaela, if the Michaela wasn't on Death Hook, we could have like maybe tried the hooker and hoped she went for a save, but yeah. No, we were getting the 4K there, but I'm happy with the 3K. So yeah, that game they were really like spreading out their generators. Like they did not pop those gens early, so we were in this kind of like false state of feeling safe there for a little bit too long. Yeah, see, the Sable wanted us to chase her specifically because she was not on Death Hook, but unfortunately, I could not afford to do that. Fortunately for her. They're good sports, though. I always love when I play against players who are, like, good sports at this game. Like if I can make one change to Dead by Daylight, it would be that. That people playing this game would be happy that they're having fun, and even if they lose, or even if they win, you know, they're good sports about it. But yeah, let's just see what everybody brought. Just your standard stuff. Michaela had Deliverance to pull herself up off the hook, but we didn't really see that. But anyway, good game overall. And yeah, hopefully you've seen these games and you've thought to yourself, you know, maybe I should run a little bit less Slowdown and just try out something else, because trust me, it's worth trying out. So I ended up playing a total of 6 games with this build, and I went 5-1. Which includes a game where I was bugged and couldn't teleport to lockers. Not a huge sample size overall, but if I can win those games with no slowdown and a low tier killer like Dredge, I'm sure you can do much better with your favorite killer. In terms of changes to the build, the big one I'd personally do is swap out Barbecue and Chili for Thrilling Tremors. Barbecue and Chili it's a good perk, but knowing exactly what gens are being worked on at any range with basically every down is very strong for this build. I didn't run it in these games because it's kinda slowdown-ish sometimes, and I wanted to have no slowdown at all, but you can certainly take good advantage of it. You can also easily drop it down to 2 chase perks and add in a more typical slowdown perk like Dead Man's Switch, if whichever killer you're running really needs it, but I really do recommend playing some games without any real slowdown and just focusing on your chases, if for no other reason than to improve yourself and your skills. That's the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, I only have one thing to say to you. Thank you for watching.